Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hello, dear friends, and welcome to the SSVA and Kardec Radio for Kids, very special class on silence. Hello, Miss Daisy. How are you?
Hi, Miss. I'm doing great. How are you? And welcome, everyone. Yes, it's such a nice class. We can't wait. We can't wait to go through it.
Yes, we can't wait. So shall we begin by calling our very own best teacher and best friend, Master Jesus? Let us invite, dear friends, Master Jesus to join us through a prayer. Master Jesus, thank you for loving us, caring for us, watching over us each and every day. In the silence of our own breathing, in the silence of our heartbeat, in the singing of the birds, and the gentle sounds of the wind, we can feel your presence. It is as if you were telling us, I am here with you. So we can't wait to learn more about the gift of silence so we can hear you and hear God inside of us. Thank you, Master Jesus, for loving us always. We ask that you bless every child that is connected to this class and every child in the world. May everyone around the world be blessed with your love in the silence of their very own hearts. And so be it. Yay! Now that Master Jesus has joined us, we have one more friend coming along, don't we, Miss Daisy? Master Jesus is gonna call him himself. Right, Virginia? Welcome, Virginia. And look, it's Mr. Franklin, the very own friend who became a spiritist in the spiritual realm and helped Kardec with writing the Spirit's book, and while on Earth, helped the United States of America write its very own Constitution. Thank you, Mr. Franklin, and he's working side by side with Jesus. So Jesus has a special proposal for him. Jesus says, Ben, dear friend, could you help me teach the kids about silence? Let's hear what Ben Franklin has to say. He says, of course, Master, you can always count on me. Yay, thank you, Mr. Franklin. We want to learn. Can you teach us? Together with Master Jesus? Oh, yes, of course. Master Jesus is so beautifully polite and considerate that, of course, he says thank you. Of course, thank you, Master Jesus. You are the master. He says thank you for your help. And now we have other friends coming along. They've come to our classes before, and they have a question for Mr. Franklin. They ask, Mr. Franklin, how can we practice silence? Good question, because that can be kind of tricky sometimes. So Mr. Franklin is working with Master Jesus to help us. And he says, hi, friends. I'm glad you asked. We can practice silence by listening to the sounds of nature and by paying attention to our own breathing too. Oh, thank you, Mr. Franklin. That's good to know. But our friends have another question to ask Mr. Franklin about. They say that sounds so amazing. Yeah, we think so too. And they want to know if Mr. Franklin can show us how to do this. Excellent question. Mr. Franklin, can you show us? He says, sure, right away. Yay, we can't wait. So let's see what Mr. Franklin, together with Master Jesus, has prepared for us, friends. Are you ready? We are ready. Let's go.
Ehrenwortfind. Jetzt hat er es 3-mal gesagt. 3-mal hat er es gesagt. So, jetzt ist fertig da.
So, hello, friends. So, how do you guys enjoy this movie? Very, very nice, right? Different from things that we are used to because we saw with this little boy that he was there listening to what? Was he talking throughout the movie? He wasn't, right? He was listening, he was practicing silence, and he was listening to the sounds of nature. Isn't that right? So let's recap. Let us bring our friends back here so that we can recap with them the things that we can do to practice silence. Because silence is so important, friends. We need to learn how to do it so that we can be able to listen better. So, we saw in the video the importance of listen to nature. Do you listen to nature? Do you wake up in the morning and open your window and listen to the birds singing, right? Or to the sounds of the rain, what's raining outside, or the wind as it goes through the leaves. Yes, like the little boy was doing, is so important for us to practice our silence, and listening to nature is a great way. But that was the second way that he practiced his silence. Do you guys remember what it was? Well, we can do it by pay attention to our breathing. Hmm, interesting, right? Do you pay attention to your breathing? It's so natural, right? We don't remember every second that we need to breathe, right? It's already within us. We know, we trust our body. It breathes to us, but it's so important. one way for us to practice silence is to hear our own breathing, and better not, friends, being in nature and listen and be in silence and just breathe is so important. So now we're gonna practice together how we can remember to what? Practice silence throughout our days. So we see this beautiful, beautiful pictures and our friends are back. So let us then go to our activity. So let us pick up a blank piece of paper that I'm sure you have there in your home and some color pencils, some crayons that you have, and let us then draw. You can draw two friends like we have here, a boy and a girl. You can draw yourself and maybe one of your friends or yourself and a neighbor. And we will write two things. We're practicing an affirmation. They will say, we enjoy silence. Oh, wow. That is it, friends. We're practicing silence this week and we will enjoy it. So let us write it down. We enjoy silence. And then our next friend, it's gonna then tell us the second affirmation that we're gonna practice this week. Saying, we are practicing silence by dot dot dot. So that's when you come in, friend. How can we practice silence? Right? We just talk about some ideas, but you might have other ideas there that you might think about how we can practice silence. But if you are then wondering, what can I add? Okay, let us recap what we said, right? How we can practice silence. Remember, we saw in the video two different ways. We can practice silence by listening to nature and also by listening to our own breathing. So you can choose one of those two to write it down, or if you think about another one, that's wonderful. You can also share with us here. You can add here to the comments. But let us then fill the sentence, and then you can, in the background, draw. You can make a beautiful drawing of nature if you want, or you can draw something where your friends are. You can think about where they are talking and where they are practicing silence. So I can't wait to see your beautiful drawings, and I'm gonna share the one I made to show you guys, to give you some ideas. It's just some ideas. So you can do something like this. You can draw your friends, and you can see, you can write the two affirmations that we're practicing. Remember, we enjoy silence. And the second one, we're practicing silence by, and in my case, I said listening to nature. And you can draw a beautiful picture. Sounds good? Sounds like a plan? Can't wait to see your beautiful drawings. But friends, we're not done yet, because we're gonna continue practicing silence throughout the week. Okay, so we want you to remember the importance of being silent, because when we are silent, we open ourselves up. We can listen better to others. We can practice our smell. We can smell things around. We can pay attention. Look, because if we are there talking, talking, and talking, we might not be able to pay attention to our surroundings. Okay? So, throughout this week, we invite you to practice this affirmation with your parents at home. And you gonna complete the following sentence. I enjoy silence. Today I'm practicing silence by. So remember, we're gonna add this to the comments below on Facebook. So you don't need to feel rushed to write everything down, but remember, every day of the week, you're gonna have this sentence to complete. I enjoy silence, and today I'm practicing silence by, and we have some ideas here for you. You can choose your own, but you can practice in silence, as we said, by listening to nature, by listening to your own breathing, by what? Listening to others in your house, in your family, by listening to the sounds around you, by what? Listening to your parents. That's a very important one, right? We cannot forget that. Listening to our parents. And by what? Praying, friends. So important that we practice praying. And we're going to do that in just a minute. We're going to be practicing silence by praying. But you can also practice silence. But by listening to your guardian angel. And you might be telling me, but Daisy, my guardian angel don't talk to me. Yes, he or she, they do. But remember, we need to practice silence to feel that intuition inside of us. So, you ready to continue practicing silence throughout the week? I'm sure you are, friends. And remember to share your work with us. We can't wait to see the beautiful drawing that you made. So remember, ask your parents to email it to us at info@ssvirginia.org. And before we practicing silence by praying, we have our last reminder, friends. Can you believe we are so close to the deadline? The deadline, August 31st, for our miraculous work. It's just a few days away, friends. Have you sent? Have you submitted your art? If you have not, let us watch this short video so you can remind what is the miraculous art context all about and what you can do to enter. Yes, enter and we'll find out who, what, everyone will win a prize. That's great. So there's no excuse, friends. But let's listen to this video and learn a little bit more about the miraculous art context.
Kardec Radio for Kids invites you to participate in the Miraculous Art Contest. All children from 6 to 18 years of age can participate. Just send your artwork connecting the Spiritist ideas and the miraculous ladybug cartoon to kardecradio@gmail.com. All entries must be submitted by August 31st, 2020. And hooray! Everyone will receive a prize for their artwork. Master Jesus is inviting you to participate. Can you help him show everyone that good ideas about Spiritism are everywhere, even in cartoons? Can Kardec count on you too? Some ideas you can look for in the miraculous cartoon are good and evil, like the way Ladybug and Cat Noir are always fighting the evil hawk moth. Telepathy, which is a mind-to-mind connection. Here you see Hawkmoth reading the thoughts of another character. You can also look for spiritual influence, which is when others affect your thoughts and feelings. Finally, keep an eye out for spiritual obsession, such as when Hawkmoth akumatizes others to do bad things. You can submit collage, paintings, poetry, or drawings. We can't wait to see your work. Send your miraculous art to us.
That's right, friends. We are only 3 days away. So remember, send your miraculous art to us and we can't wait to see it. So now we're gonna practice silence by what? By praying, by doing our final prayer. So we invite you to close your eyes, put down your paper, your pencils and crayons. And let us think, dear Master Jesus, thank you for this beautiful class tonight. Thank you for reminding us the importance of practicing silence throughout the day. We ask you that we can continue practicing this lesson throughout the week by listening to nature, listening to our breathing, listening to our parents, by putting in action everything that we learned today. And we also pray, dear Master, for our dear friends who don't know yet about the importance of silence. We pray that we can help them by being an example so that they can learn with us how important it is to be silent and listening to things around us. And with your permission, dear Master, we close this lesson of tonight. And so be it. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much for joining us. We can't wait to see you next week for another class. And remember, submit your miraculous art. August 31st is the deadline. And we can't wait to see your beautiful drawings and to share with others. We'll see you soon, friends. Bye-bye.